Hello everyone, Z HiFi here. Welcome to my pilot video where I introduce a little bit about myself, more about the channel, and the direction I will take. I'm Gen Z, attending college currently, and I got into hi-fi my first year of college. And over the 3 years of being in this hobby, my love for it has grown immensely. And I want to be able to spread that joy to the rest of my generation and other young people. One thing I understand that most mainstream channels may not is you and I don't have a lot of money to spend on this hobby. We need to keep our eyes peeled for the best deals on secondhand marketplaces so that we don't end up spending too much money on this hobby, because we need it for other things like food and textbooks and other school supplies. As such, I will recommend you prices for things you might find on the secondhand market, but I'm not going to try to sell you anything because, well, there's no money to be made in selling that JBL subwoofer that's 20 years old that's been on marketplace for 5 weeks. I'm not in it to make money. I just want to get more people into the hobby and remove some of the mysticism or elitism around it. I would say most of my videos are going to be reviews of secondhand pieces of audio equipment I found in my own marketplace, but I think would be a pretty good representation of most things in other secondhand marketplaces. They may be similar to yours, and I think that it would be helpful to have a subjective opinion because it's less intimidating than an objective one where you would present measurements and other things like that you might find on Aaron's Audio Corner. I don't fault him for providing it, but I think it might be a little too much for people trying to get in the door. So I'm just going to do completely subjective opinions, and once again, I can't make money from this. I can't get commissions on sales on Facebook Marketplace. That's not how it works. Another good portion of my videos are going to be about what I call hi-fi philosophy. So I'm going to be talking about some things that got me into the hobby and very well invested in it. I'm going to be talking about aspects of high fidelity that I believe to be true or not, and how much they matter to me personally. And again, this is another subjective part of my channel. I don't really have a lot of objective things to say other than these things will vary listener by listener and room by room. I just want to be a easy to understand and palatable voice to get people into this hobby and not be so intimidated getting into it or unsure of themselves. As a more advanced topic, I will be doing some repair videos of things I've bought secondhand or have around the house, audio equipment wise. And even though this is, like I said, a little more advanced, a little more getting into the nuts and bolts of the hobby, I'm going to try to present this in a easy to understand way. I'll try not to lose you guys, even though I may nerd out a bit or get excited about what I'm finding inside the pieces of gear. But it's important to be able to understand what is in what you're buying, and you can see the quality for yourself. This is the largely objective part of my YouTube channel. This is also a little bit about information literacy and technology literacy. You will learn how to repair some of these things and also learn what to look out for in a general sense. Parts that may fail, the failure modes of those parts, failure modes of circuits in general beyond specific parts, and how to track them down and deal with them, especially with reading a schematic in the service manual if you could find one. Or if you can't, you understand how the circuit boards are laid out and where the traces go, what they do. well, that's about it. I'm looking forward to making this hobby click for another young person out there.